In fact, we've determined that anything that's half-assed is now called Norwegian.
Yeah. That's so Norwegian.
Okay, we're going to stream now.
Smile, Kreg. You might be the first thing they see on the screen.
Yeah. Now.
It didn't work this week?
Castle Anthrax.
Welcome to the Castle Anthrax.
We're going to stay away from that sketch. That gets a little too... little too risque for this show.
It would need an explicit tag.
Yeah, because I almost screamed out the punchline.
Yes. Bad zoot, bad naughty zoot.
Wicked bad naughty zoot.
She must be spanked.
Whoa. No, stop. That's where we're not going. Welcome to Technorama. This is the pre-show. We are going to be getting started in just a moment. This is the podcast that takes a lighthearted look at tech, science, sci-fi, and all things geek. We are joined in studio. I am in studio. Remotely is Kreg Stepp in South Carolina.
I am also in studio. I'm also in studio,
sort of. In a studio.
Yeah.
Notice that his Technorama sign has morphed into a Tech Now sign. We had a little accident at at DragonCon.
Ooh.
The Technorama banner from 2010 went missing.
Chuck was holding one side of the banner. I was holding the other. We were trying to cross the street. I'm just kidding.
No.
And it went off with somebody on a motorcycle.
There were lightsabers involved, and that's all we're going to say.
Yeah.
We also have Ben Rangated and Keith Lane.
Hello. Hey, hello.
TG Geeks in studio. Welcome.
Greetings.
Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. I say we get going on this crazy broadcast. Let me first make sure that it showed up in the Facebook stream. Ding. Star Trek Discovery, Orville, Green Bay Packers. Somewhere we're in here, right? We do run a show. Let's go to our main page and make sure that the video is there. And then I will share the stream. Oh, hey, look, there's a little live badge. I didn't notice that next to videos.
Badge. Are we live badging?
We are live badging.
Live badging. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me mute that. Make sure that it doesn't come up. And the chat comes up. And I want to share as me.
I have this idea for a live Trojan badging.
Badging. And let's do this thing. Okay.
Are we ready?
We have some viewers. John Miller Jr. is out there. Tim Elliott is joined. We're off to a good start.
Yes. Woo-hoo! Hey, how do I sound right here? Because I think I was too close to the mic last time. Sound like I was distorting a little bit.
When I get the Skype channel up a little high, it distorts. So I'll just watch it on this end. You are fine. I don't think you can overdrive it that much from your end. That was bad.
I hope not, but it sounded like I was pushing it too much last time.
Nope. You're good. The cool thing, I just learned this, is that the Procaster and the Podcaster, Craig's white version, is exactly the same version as this, only it's USB.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it has an internal pop filter. So theoretically, I don't need those big foam screens on it. But we'll find out.
This one too?
I think so. That's what I'm told. I have to prove it out. I will look. Okay, let's get this show started. What do you say? Okay, somewhere in here I have some musical clips. Let's try this one. I got to hit the big red button that says record first.
I'm listening.
Shh. Technorama, episode 515, Flynns Arcade.
Good morning, folks. This is your captain speaking.
Technorama.
Remember when?
Technorama.
On this day in tech history.
Tech.
And now, the news.
Tech.
What the chuck?
Technorama.
Welcome to Blockhead Video.
Hey, I need to make some change. Where's the machine that dispenses quarters for gold press latinum?
Over there, in the media corner.
Technorama.
Hold my beer and watch this.
Unfasten your seatbelts and disregard all safety rules. Here are your flight crew, Chuck and Craig.
Woohoo! Unfasten the seatbelts.
Raise the roof.
There's no safety rules.
No safety.
Welcome to Technorama. This is the show that takes a lighthearted look at tech, science, sci-fi, and all things geek. If this is your first time listening to Technorama, thank you for joining us. If you're a returning listener, viewer, whatever you're doing, welcome back. We appreciate giving us your time. I am Chuck Tomasi, spelled with a T, ends with an I.
As opposed to...
Doesn't rhyme with anything. Don't worry about it. Also joining me is Kreg Stepp. How are you, Kreg?
I'm just peachy.
Is that a southern thing? You like peaches, right?
Yeah, I love
it's
peachy.
the enthusiasm in which I'm just peachy.
I'm just peachy.
Also joining us in the binary studio in Phoenix are the dynamic duo we call the TG Geeks. One of them. One of them's over there doing the Kreg dance.
I'm just peachy.
He's just peachy.
We're going to call you that for the rest of the night now. Just peachy.
Hey, Peachy.
Hey, peachy.
And running the auxiliary sound effects.
Oh, yes. That's Keith.
Keith, we need to adjust your camera just a little bit.
It's like you're in the villain's lair of a Batman episode.
Take 2 steps to the right, your left.
I'm loving it.
Hey, by the way, I'm seeing the delayed video. I just saw the Kreg dance doing the peachy thing.
Let's see. How am I now?
There we go. That one.
Looks like
did we just have a Norwegian experience?
A Norwegian experience, yes, very much so.
Is that better?
Very good.
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
We will be talking about the Orville if you missed that reference in there. We have some feedback this week. I love it. Whoa. Letters. And more letters. Men of letters.
I'll buy a tea.
Mail today.
Do the dance, Kreg.
Those letters, I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say. Oh, boy! Mailman.
I so want an animated GIF of that now. I am going to make one.
You know what? We're gonna look like what was that? I think with the elves. The elves are dancing.
I'm gonna make an animated GIF of the 4 of us doing that crazy dance, and it is gonna make me laugh every time.
That's funny.
That's priceless. Our question of the week last week was: how much of your body would you cybernetically enhance if you could? I'm thinking the parts that wear out first.
Yeah.
Like my knees, my elbows, my lower back.
I would
Probably
start
the
with my
heart.
big toe, and that's it.
The big toe, the
big
big
toe.
arthritic one.
Yes.
Scott Tyler writes us and says, that's a dangerous question.
Very dangerous.
Which is very dangerous. Yeah, you know where he was going with that. He was going to the PG-13 section, I think.
Maybe
Our friend,
further than PG-13.
Our friend Eric
Go further
Alexander says, none. But if I lost my limbs, I would like super-powered robot arms and legs. LOL.
Yeah.
And
Fair
for
enough.
whatever reason, that phrase made me think of Cat Stevens' song, Moonshadow. If I ever lost my legs, I won't moan and I won't beg. You don't remember that?
Okay.
You're not a Cat Stevens fan?
I don't
I'm
remember that
familiar with Cats.
line.
I know the song, but I don't remember that line.
Yeah.
If I ever lost my teeth, if I ever lost my mouth, all my teeth, north and south.
Oh.
If I ever lost my mouth, I want to...
All
Okay,
right.
never mind.
Are you sure that's not misheard lyrics?
Right. There's
Excuse
a
me
bathroom
while
on the right.
Yeah. And we could go on for that for another hour.
Yeah.
John Miller Jr. writes, I'll take a full body enhancement, super strength, bulletproof, don't need to sleep or breathe, and powered by Linux. I'd be unstoppable.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, better be. I hate the idea if it were powered by Windows.
Oh
man.
my God.
Too many blue screens of death.
We'll just call
Warning!
John Miller Jr. was in a car accident because he crashed.
his superpower name, his superhero name is going to be Raspberry Pi.
He's also a fan of Raspberry Pi.
That's right. Weber Baker says, I'd be happy just to get my knees back like they were 20 years ago, let alone enhanced. I'm with you. Well, fortunately, that technology does exist today.
Yeah. The knees.
My dad had it done on both of his knees. He had one done like when he was in his late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, wow.
He had
Holy moly.
no, not the replacement. This was kind of where they used to rip both sides of the knee open and went in there. It was always swelled up and he had
Wow.
stitches down both
Nasty.
sides. Yeah, it was
When they
nasty.
made it a hinge.
Yeah.
But he had it redone later in his 60s or 70s and said, I love it.
Yeah.
So,
And that was back in the
amazing.
day when they used to put piano hinges in there.
wooden pegs.
Just call him peg leg.
What would you enhance? I mean, aside from replacing the worn out parts like, most of us would do, what would you vision and hearing would be good enhancements, I would
Vision
think.
and hearing would be good.
I would get cybernetic buttocks. Well, just and for no particular reason except to see people's reactions when I tell them that.
I've got buns of steel.
That's right.
Buns of steel.
Mine are
Buns?
titanium.
Buns. You've got buns.
Buns?
You've got buns, and you didn't tell me. I'm sorry.
So
Craig,
sappy.
what was your answer?
I was joking. I said I would start with my big toe.
You'd start there. What else would you get?
Yeah, for stability. Your toes, they give you stability.
Oh, so you'd have big frog feet, is what you're saying.
I'll be like, what's his name on Undiscovered Country, where they're looking for the boots?
Yeah, the ski boots. If the shoe fits,
I need
wear
that
it.
guy's eye.
Eyes up here.
Keith, what would you get enhanced?
Eyes and hearing, for sure, and the knees.
Super
Actually,
strength kung fu grip.
Yeah, so I can open the jars like I used to.
How about your back?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think actually I would go for my respiratory and including the heart.
Cardiovascular would be really
Oh,
nice.
just pull my brain out of my body and stick it in an Android one. Then I'd be
There you
happy.
Yeah,
Would you be happy? I don't know that I would. I mean,
I am fully functional.
yes,
In
but
multiple
he didn't have sensation on his skin.
Yeah, that's true.
Until the board gave them that.
Yep.
And that was one thing that I was wondering about because
Ford gave him that.
Huh?
Ford gave him that.
Yeah, Ford.
Hey, by the way, I was just
I am
thinking,
looking-
That's why it crashed.
I could just see Ben telling somebody to kiss his shiny metal ass.
I'm going to start using that from now on. Thank you. I like that one.
I like it. It's not too late to give us your answer, dear listener. If you're listening to this, send us an email, Technorama at... Where the hell are we anymore? Technorama at chuckchat.com.
There we go.
That's it.
Flash it up on the screen so you can
Thank
read
you.
it.
It's right there on the screen. Or call us on the listener line, 707-530-242.
Oh, dear.
It's right there. I can read it. Okay, everybody got their 20-sided die?
1 second.
1 second. Come on. Follow along with the show notes.
I got it right here.
Okay. We have to determine what order we're going in for on this day in history. It's not a long one today.
Are we rolling a 3?
Yes, you roll a d4. See how you do with
Yeah,
that.
there we go.
I want to roll again.
No seconds.
No seconds unless
No
it fell
do-overs.
out. I got an 11.
I got 11.
I got
a
16.
whopping 2.
A 2.
Oh. No.
Okay, so why don't we do it? Craig.
Craig. Did you
Yeah.
get that, Craig?
What?
Ben, Keith, Chuck, Craig.
I'm last. Okay.
On this day.
There we go. He's practicing already. I love it.
Pity, because I would have loved to have heard how I'd say Magellan.
I do the intro. On this day in history for September 20th, 2017, this is the 263rd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. There are 102 days left in 2017.
It was on this date in 1519 that Ferdinand and Magellan.
The heck is that?
That's Craig. Craig's Revenge. Set sail from San Lucar de Barrameda with about 270 men on his expedition to circumnavigate the globe.
Oh, we have a Russian
Isn't
name
that
in
a
there for you.
Isn't that a surgical procedure?
Yes, that little boys get. They get their globe circumnavigated.
Yeah. The American Association for the Advancement of
How
Science
orthodox.
is created on this date in 1848.
It was also on this date in 1893 that Charles Dreyer and his brother road test the first American-made gasoline-powered automobile.
Oh, this is going to be
Yay.
good. Go for it.
Brace yourselves. Also on this date in September 20th, 1906, Cunard Line's RMS Myrtiana is launched. at the Swan Hunter and Wigham Richardson shipyard in Newcastle upon Tyne, England.
Wow.
Very good.
Close enough. We're going to let him
Wow. 71
Whatever.
years ago today, the first Cannes Film Festival is held, having been delayed 7 years due to World War II.
Yay. So that would have made it 1946 that it finally came back.
RMS Queen Elizabeth II is launched at John Brown and Company at Clydebank, Scotland on this date in 1967.
Didn't you think the QE2 was older than that?
Yeah, I did.
I did also.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Oh, I get the Russian guy. Happy birthday goes on this date to Russian admiral, cartographer, and explorer Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen. That does not sound like a Russian name.
No, it doesn't.
Sounds a little German.
Born in his state in 1778.
Scottish-English chemist and physicist James Dewar is born 175 years ago today.
He is born. Notice that.
It is born.
Yeah, is born.
Was born.
Yeah. Carlton Ellis, the American inventor and chemist, was born 141 years ago today.
Vera Fadeva. Russian mathematician, was born on this date in 1906.
Andre.
Yes, exactly.
Also born this same date in 1934, Italian actress Sophia Loren.
And also turning 69 today is American novelist and short story writer George R. Martin.
R.R. Martin. R.R. Martin.
What do you mean I got it right?
R.R. Martin. American actor and director Peter Scolari, born on this date in 1955.
Lots of other birthdays this week, too. Interesting.
Including my sister.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do those.
Your birthday.
Happy birthday go to a lot of listeners and family members.
I thought,
September-
normally you do this.
September 20th. Oh, we were going around the table. I didn't know. Maybe we'll break with tradition. September 20th is the birthday of Marilyn Taylor, who is my older sister. Joel Harper, a.k.a. Rincewind from Milwaukee, on the 20th. Joel Rickenbach, deceased. Oh, we're starting to have some
that's
deceased
harsh.
members in our audience. And also on the 20th, Leanne McBride, local Phoenix, former podcaster. Dean Jensen is on the 21st, along with Charles McFall, whom we just saw at Dragon Con. Charlie Kavanaugh Toft, who I believe was Charlie the beer guy once upon a day.
That's right.
It's on the 21st. The 22nd is Matthew Jarks. I'm glad he has it phonetically spelled for us.
Jarks.
Also, a friend of the show, Mike Stockman on the 24th, the 26th, Brett from Wales, and our good friend from Ireland, Cian McMahon. Happy birthday to all of you. How much music
By the way,
we have?
I hope
Way too much.
I hope that Joel Rickenbach didn't actually update his profile by himself.
Yeah.
Ooh, a spiritual wiki. If you want to get your name on the birthday calendar, let us know. We will send you a shout out at the appropriate time of year. Just go to chuckchat.com/wiki. And yeah, it's pretty much open to edit. We have people putting their wives, their anniversaries, their kids. We'll help you
Dogs.
remember.
We've got their dog in there, I think.
I have an old dead iPod in there somewhere too.
That's right. That's right.
It's Technorama. Let it go.
The day the music died.
It's not dead yet.
Not yet.
No, but we're going to kill it.
Has
because-
plenty of life.
Yeah, it's a minute and a half left, but we're not going to sit
Lord.
here and...
We don't have enough.
I told you it was a short one
No,
today.
that'll be the day the host died then.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have in the news? We have some bad news, so we better play the bad news one.
Bad news.
Bad news, fancy men.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Oh,
Bad news because Cassini, as you're all well aware, or if you've been following the science news, Cassini, the craft that was orbiting Saturn, has finally come to its doom as of last Friday morning.
the crap that was.
It was a 20-year mission. It was a
20-year
great
mission.
long time. I did see one
20
little
years.
a comic that had Cassini saying, "I'm going in, bro. This is my final mission. Hang in there with me. I don't think I'm going to make it back." And they're going from panel to panel. And on the last one, it said, "Oh, my feet are getting really hot." Ah. And you see the Mars rover looking up like, "Cassini?"
Cassini?
It was
Aw,
sad.
how sad.
They were pen pals.
Cassini.
Now, if the Mars rover sings "Happy Birthday" to Cassini on Cassini's birthday,
I
That would
thought
be-
it was really interesting the way that they ended this mission. It made 22 flyby orbits, and it was a severely elliptical orbit, taking it between the planet and the rings at its closest approach, which is why it was going like 76,000 miles an hour. And then would swing way out close to Titan, enough for Titan to have a gravitational effect. And that did this 22 times. And on the last one, Titan gave it just enough tweak to say, not going to make it the next one. And it went.
Wow.
So
and just plunged right in there.
The animations of things, if you go over to jpl.nasa.gov, actually saturn.jpl.nasa.gov, they've got a lot of great stories about how the mission went and the videos of the scientists that had a sign off on this whole thing. It's been really
photos
fun.
And the photos are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool.
They actually flew, what was it, within, I'm trying to remember I can't remember how close it was, but to like Titan, close enough to like get some ground shots. It was amazing, some of the photos.
Well, no, Cassini probably didn't do that because of the cloud cover. But they did, years ago, they did drop Huygens probe down to Titan.
That's true. No, they one of the moons they got picture of the surface as they went by when they were making this approach.
What color was it?
I saw a black and white picture. I don't know.
Well, it could have been Enceladus. Enceladus is black and white.
Yeah.
All right. Really cool stuff. We are going to miss that. We learned a lot, and they're probably going to be crunching data from that mission for years.
No kidding. And years.
Very cool. I remember when what was it? The Pioneer first went by Saturn. The first Pioneer.
Oh yeah.
When we were much younger and space.
Well, that was a big deal. I remember the science books that were being published at the time, and I had some astronomy books as a kid, and showed me some of those pictures, and that was like just amazing stuff to look at.
It was the first time we've actually been there,
right?
As opposed to looking way out there and seeing these blurry photos,
or an artist's conception as to what Saturn might look like. Because I've seen a lot of that growing up too. But now to actually get photos, even when they were black and white, it was still like this is a photo.
Yeah, and some of the science that we've learned is stranger than science fiction that we ever made up. That's the cool thing. Aside from people walking around in their moon suits and whatnot.
Where's V'ger now?
See, I'm going to do conspiracy theory and say Cassini didn't really die. It's going to be the next V'ger.
It'll be V'ger. Yeah. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't Voyager. It was Cassini.
Voyager. Voyager's like out in interstellar space now.
It didn't get captured by a robot society. It got captured by the Pastafarians, and now Cassini is going to be a dish on the menu.
Exactly.
That was cool. So that just happened.
Yeah.
More bad news for you if you were looking to get one of the ultimate collector's series of Star Wars Legos. The Millennium Falcon is sold out.
And what's amazing is it hadn't even gone on sale yet. I don't know how they did that.
Yeah, that sounds a bit like scalpers or something.
It was supposed to go on sale, October 31st? I think that's what it said.
Yeah, but why don't you read this? Go ahead, read the story.
Yeah, despite going on sale online, I guess it did go on sale already. So despite going on sale online at 7:30 a.m. on September 14th is when this article was put out there. It says, and the high price tag was like $800.
Yeah.
Yikes!
That's
insane. The Lego Star Wars Ultimate Collector's Series Millennium Falcon has already sold out in most Lego brand stores. The incredible new set is the largest ever produced by Lego, and it seems to capture the attention of both Lego and Star Wars fans alike. Lego will feverishly be working to produce more of them, I'm sure, so stay tuned for more details. By the way, this thing has over 7,500
working overtime.
Has over what?
7,500 pieces.
Gee,
that'll take you a while to assemble.
No, thank you.
If you go over to YouTube and go to the Tested channel, Adam Savage's website,
they
have a website channel. And they had a time-lapse video of them putting one together.
Oh my
gosh. It took, between four of them, it took them 12 hours?
Gee.
Which is like a kind of a record, but there was four stations going around.
I got to play with Legos as part of my job last week.
I saw that.
We went to San Diego, and we had this little one-day meetup called CreatorCon. And one of our CreatorCon things is a Lego train set driven by our software. So you go online and you pull up the catalog and you say, I want to order some cargo. And it would send a command off to a Raspberry Pi, which had a Brick Pi daughter board attached to it that controlled the motors and sensors and whatnot. And the Lego train would start moving around the track, and the conveyor would come down and load up cargo and whatnot. That's what I did all day, just played with Legos. Only there was a little glitch in the software.
Oops. So did you have to go debug it?
That occasionally, if the train was driven by infrared, and it didn't always get the right signal on the track at the right place, we had the infrared hand controller suspended. It was duct tape and wired up. It was great. It looked really professional. But it didn't always get the signal, and it would say, increase your speed by 10 or whatever it was. And then if it missed that, it would later say, increase your speed by 10. And I had this train going around the track a little too fast.
Whoops.
It went around twice okay, but on the third lap, it flew off the track, flew off the table, hit the deck, and exploded.
Oh, well, I want that on video.
What'd you do? You pulled a Gomez Adams?
We were on a deck next to the water.
Oh, dear.
Fortunately, none of the pieces went in the water. We were able to fully reassemble the locomotive. It was a beautiful moment. But that was...
So you pulled a Gomez Adams, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The other catalog item was, I want to go to the carnival, and we had a Lego Ferris wheel on the same table.
Oh, cool.
That we just kept running the whole time.
It fell off, and it rolled off and hit a dog, and it...
No, I just want to see that thing spin so fast that the cars fly right off the wheel.
The ice cream cone is flying out of the little girl's hand. The little carriages are inverted as they go over the top.
Children are being flung out.
Those are fun. It half inspired me to go get a Raspberry Pi and a Brick Pi just to do that. Yeah. But that had thousands of pieces in it as well.
Yeah, this thing is huge. By the way, I guess they take them, or when they actually unboxed it. So you open up the big box, and it has 4 section boxes inside. Wow! And each section has all the pieces, and you have to lay them out. And the picture of them just laying them out was amazing. There's so many of them, I couldn't believe it. The little packets. And then one website, the guy said, I forgot one piece in a previous step, and it took him an hour to go back and put it in because he had to remove it. And the book, I cannot believe how thick that book was. They called it a Chihuahua killer on the test.
Yeah, as big as
if that fell off the table.
Car book.
Yeah. And by the way, the set does look like it comes with the square deflector dish as opposed to just the round one, so you can swap them out if you wanted to go, the new series or old series.
Okay. But they're sold out. Are they making more?
Yeah, they are. It says at the bottom. I'm sure they're feverishly producing more.
Okay.
So there's a lot of pieces they mentioned in here that are very custom, but Legos styled, but pieces that you just don't normally see in Lego sets. Obviously, to make it a little more Falcon-esque. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right.
$800. $800. I don't think I can get my wife to sign off on that.
No, not unless
$7.99.
It has some way to advance your career.
No, I wouldn't. We couldn't have that anyway. We have cats.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yep.
They would see the half assembled thing and start batting the pieces off the table.
Pieces we would never see again until maybe after the sun burned out.
Yeah. We got a new piece of furniture. Oh, that's where all that stuff was.
We should really clean under there a little more often. Or move.
Yeah.
All right. One of these two gentlemen can take our next story because you have Apple products and you might be interested in this. You guys want to flip for it, roll for it? What do you want to do?
It's up to you.
I'll take it. Okay, so the Apple has announced that the Apple Store is dead. D-O-A-D-E-D, dead.
We're racing for the sound effects now.
From now on, the new locations for the retail outlets will officially be dubbed town squares.
Alrighty then. I don't
Why
know if that's
not
an
town
hallelujah.
circles? I mean, like kind of model after like the mothership, make it round and everything. I mean, because round is nice. Anyway, the curious rebranding was announced by the company's senior vice president, Angela Arends.
We'll go with Arends.
Arends. Craig, how's that pronounced, please?
Arendets.
I refuse to answer.
It could be Arends.
Arends,
Yes,
yeah.
Arends.
And this was during the launch event for the new iPhones. The name change is part of an overhaul of the stores to make them more welcoming or pretentious, depending on your perspective.
Did you write that?
Sounds like something I would have
It
written.
sounds like.
I didn't know.
Is this along the same lines as those little? What's the silicon startup that got all the press this week for the little shops?
The bodegas?
Bodegas,
yeah.
yes.
Bodegas.
Bodegas.
Sounds like an article of clothing.
Yeah.
I want to say it does seem a little weird. They want to rebrand them as town squares because I mean,
Well, it sort of made sense when you watch the keynote address and the way they were describing it. But like for here in Phoenix, I mean, it seems kind of ridiculous because we don't have any stores that are like that.
Well, we don't
the
have stores that are
Scottsdale
big
store,
enough.
There's the Arrowhead Mall store, and there's a third one.
Yeah, the one at Fashion Square or Biltmore Fashion Park.
Right.
And they're
those
not
don't
big
jump-
There's no room.
They're in a mall. They don't jump out at me as a
Right.
town square
Well,
kind of thing.
well, some of the Apple stores are in malls.
Right. The town square stores look like they're gigantic,
Like
stores.
standalones.
Yeah, and they're enormous, and they have lots of space in them to do the different tech things that they.
And
were gonna
those
do.
kinds of stores are very prevalent outside of the U.S. I mean, we have a few here in the States, but you go to like China or go to some of the stores in Europe or Japan. I mean, those things are in buildings that are just massive. So they've got plenty of room there.
Yeah, there's one in Chicago that's got a theater upstairs that I've been to.
I've been to the one in New York. I thought it was a pretty cool store.
Yeah, that's a nice store.
The one on 5th Avenue there.
Yeah.
And they're actually, weren't they remodeling that? I think they're closing it, remodeling
They
it.
are, and they're bringing back the glass cube.
The glass cube is back.
It's
by the way,
it's our version of the Louvre.
Yes.
yeah. By the way, this just in: Walmart wants their stores to be known as city halls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And Dunkin' Donuts is rebranding as police stations.
Ooh,
We've got the city covered now.
that's right.
Yep, I'm in marketing now.
Yeah, you can
Watch
think
out.
these things up now.
I'm an idea man. What can I say?
There you go. Yeah.
We're going to take that as a cue for a break now. We'll be back with a, we got to remember when and a couple of geek libraries. Stick around. We will be right back. Interested in starting a podcast? Then be sure to attend PIY 2017. PIY is the Podcast It Yourself workshop, October 28th in Phoenix, Arizona. Learn about software, hardware, accessories, best practices, and more to make your podcast rock. Need more information? We'll have the authors of Podcasting for Dummies 3rd edition, T. Morris and Chuck Tomasi, on hand to answer questions and sign books. Spaces are limited, so go to podcastingfordummies.com and sign up for PIY 2017. We look forward to seeing you there.
This is Richard Hatch from Battlestar Galactica, Tom Zarek, and the original Captain Apollo, and you're listening to Technorama with Chuck and Kreg.
Isn't he dead?
He is. He will be missed, but we still have an audio clip to remember him by. Want to give a shout out to the chat room?
That was Keith.
I know,
That how you
but I
shout
am
out?
so triggered. That's Craig's text message sound. I am so programmed
I saw
to
your
respond.
head turn.
I went, that
What's
was
Craig
the,
bothering
where's
me
my
for?"
Why would he be texting me?
Yeah, what's bothering me right now?
Sorry about
You
that.
got me. You got me.
I have a few of those.
That is a conditioned response.
I have a few of those text tones too. It's like, what?
Yeah, when someone else uses it for their ringtone, like, There's only so many. That's why I try to pull stuff out of songs and whatnot.
Exactly.
I use something very abnormal.
Abnormal.
Shout out to the chat room. We have a number of people watching us live on Facebook tonight. We have John Miller Jr., Tim Elliott, Melissa Bartell joined us for a little while, Scott Tyler, Lisa Lubaka, Pullman. Oh, there's an old name from the Blast from the Past.
Wait, Scott Tyler's like down the road from you. Why don't you just
Like 30 minutes down the road.
Oh, is it that far?
Yeah, he's in Levine.
That's way out there.
Gary Lindros, JT Shea. We've got a bunch of them in there. Thank you for joining us. We are live on Sunday nights, coming to you on Facebook. 6:30 Pacific time. Well, you guys will all be changing your clock, so let's stick with the Eastern thing. 9:30 Eastern.
9:30
We'll always keep it that way.
Not until like November.
No. It's in October.
October's when when everybody else changes,
Everybody
but we
else
don't.
changes, yeah.
Right. So we get
that
an
means
extra hour to eat dinner. We'll start at 7:30
instead of
the winter schedule.
Yes.
They mean the not blazing hot schedule.
Yeah.
No, it's. I don't think it's November 3rd.
It's. I don't know. It's.
I don't have to care anymore. I live in Phoenix.
I have to care because of work.
Right, yeah, you got to know when everybody else moves.
Well, you got to care only because of
November.
Craig.
Right.
It's November 5th.
November 5th.
November 5th.
That's right.
First week
Mark
in
your
November.
calendars.
But they did back it the other way into March.
Yeah.
March
sometime.
12th.
So is it
March
spring
12th.
backward and fall forward?
Yeah, close. You keep
It's
working
March
on
12th.
that.
of
That's how
November
it happens
5th.
to me.
That's how it happens in Phoenix. Everybody else is springing around us like jackrabbits.
And y'all can pick on me about it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really care.
I know you don't.
I'm gonna wake up the same time. I'm gonna go to sleep the same time.
Right. It's like, so why are we even bothering? It's a pointless thing.
For everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someday when I get to be emperor of the world.
We'll do away with daylight
And
savings
everybody will
time.
just go by UTC.
There
Wait
you
a
go.
minute, Chuck. If you're the emperor of the world, we got bigger things to worry about.
Hey. Can't be worse than the guy we got in the White House now.
I wasn't going to say.
Well, okay, we're not going politics.
No,
Don't go there.
Moving right along. Was that a feedback tone?
Yes.
Now you got me conditioned for church. We have a chronic feedback issue.
That was a mic drop.
That was a mic drop. I could hear the drop at the end. All right, in Remember When, we have somebody who found a Michael Jackson Moonwalker cartridge.
Oh my God.
This is a video game. I don't know if this was actually ever released.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think it is. Or if it is, this is a pre-production sample.
It is a collector says he found a cartridge of Michael Jackson's Moonwalker for the Sega Genesis, in which the King of Pop's Thriller, apparently left out of the game because of licensing issues or similar reasons, accompanies the second board of the game's third stage. The video was uploaded yesterday. It shows Jackson in his smooth criminal getup getting down to a Thriller chiptune as he karate kicks the zombies. That's not a karate kick. That's his traditional dance kick. Ow! Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What's
and
funny is
he's-
that when the
he's-
game's loading,
Yeah.
it has a little avatar and he goes, "Woo!"
Well, that's what he says all through the game, and he's beating the bushes for kids. This is the object. You kick the zombies and you beat the bushes, and every once in a while a kid comes out, Michael, and runs away. I do not understand this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot make this
It's
up.
got wrong written all over it. 7 levels of it, I tell you. The original music for Stage 3-2 was Another Part of Me. According to the poster, the cartridge was found at a flea market for $20. Some Redditors challenged its validity or veracity or... Anyway, wondering if it's a bootleg cart with a custom ROM. No, insists the poster. It's a pre-production with EPROMs.
Wow.
This thing is real. He provided this image of the cart and its label, dated 4/24/1990.
Wow.
The collecting subreddit references this cart, which we linked through our show notes, or at least a description of it. 2 years ago, my mouse just kind of froze up here, boys.
It does say pre-production sample.
battery
Michael Jackson's haunting your mouth.
That's
From
right.
the Sega of America.
From what I can gather online, there is a copy of Revo-O that includes Thriller in the Graveyard scenes when triggering Michael Jackson's dance move. A post on GameFAQs 7 years ago acknowledged the different versions. If my mouse is in fact dying, I'm going to need some batteries.
Batteries.
Because I can't change screens and go back to the other show notes.
Just touch the screen and use your finger.
Yeah, that'll work. The light is flashing. Huh? No, your mouse is for your screen. No, yours has a lightning port. It's a rechargeable mouse. Mine's the one with double A's in it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
How about
But that
that?
one's
Wait.
fine. I just charged that one a couple days ago.
They sell a mouse with a lightning port on it?
The mouse and keyboard now come with lightning
Okay.
ports. You got to remember to keep them charged too. It's a bad day when those run out, and they
Actually,
ran out while
It's
I
kind
was
of like you
testing
got to
something.
remember to
Yeah,
charge
I've got this
the...
Logitech MX.
Oh my God, that's not a mouse. That's a rat.
yeah.
It's a rat. What's got a USB port on it?
Yeah. You got to remember to charge the Apple TV remote too.
Okay, so
Thank
it's gonna-
you.
Hey, I got it back. Okay,
Oh,
it's
it's
back
working.
for a little bit.
It's back working.
It's back. Okay,
for a moment.
so let me play you a little bit of this video. Hopefully, we won't get kicked off by Facebook for a little bit of.
Ooh.
Here.
I love seeing the avatar go from motionless
he's-
to go, ooh.
He's running around. Yeah. So that's the background music. He kicks the bushes. He kicks a zombie. Yeah, every once in a while when he kicks, he goes, ow! But then, oh, watch. Not that one. This one. Just like a little kid, he yells Michael and
then floats away.
Floats
away on like an electric hoverboard or something. I'm not sure what's going on.
That's why this game wasn't released.
I think Clinton ought to review this game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He should.
We're not sure what happened. But hey, for $20, you got to wonder what it's worth now.
Yeah.
We want to give a special thank you to our patrons. We'll play our patron music. There. Can't get arrested for this,
rocket.
I think.
Hopefully not.
Thank you to our special patrons. They get special content for contributing as little as $1 a show. We have some vacancies on the scoreboard, but
Yeah, my OCD's kicking in because it's a little awkward.
the CDO.
Yeah.
This is
CDO.
brought to you by you, and by you we mean Abner Braverman, Ben Vaughn, Mike Wills, Leon, John Noble. No, not that John Noble.
Okay.
Amy Bowen, Chris MC, Alexis Duran, Saturday Morning Media, Steve Therian.
Steve Theremin.
I can play the Theremin one.
Oh, wow. Gives a whole new meaning to lush arrangement.
And Kyle Nishioka. Thank you very much. Wow.
See what I did giving you that sound?
Steve Therian now has his own theme from henceforth. That's really what's supposed to go at the end when we say, if you want to become a patron, my turn. If you want to become a patron, visit patreon.com/Technorama podcast. Vuja Day. None of this should have ever happened before. We appreciate it. Thank you. What just happened?
I have no idea.
I don't know, but it feels like there's a record in my head and it keeps skipping.
We joined the show.
Oh, that's it. That's
Derailed.
It, yes. We joined the show.
To the Geek Library, then. Haha, you don't have this one.
Yet.
Found on the old Farpoint Media hard drive. Which means it probably came from Digital Juice somewhere. Oh, did we skip over we did. We missed the Orville.
The
Did you move that?
No, I haven't touched a thing.
Oh, we're in the media corner. How did I jump to the Geek Library? Well, let's go to the
Let's
here.
go to the
Media
media
corner and listen to things.
We didn't derail it that badly.
Welcome to Blockhead Video.
Hey, where can I find some good information about music and TV and videos and things?
And things.
In the media corner.
And things.
And things.
Blade Runner 2049 is coming, and I'm excited to see it.
Yes, absolutely.
Looks like it's going to be good. And if you want to get your face wet on this, you can go.
What?
There's some YouTube.
Your face
Yes.
wet on this?
Well, Yes.
What are you trying to say?
Mixing it all up here tonight.
Yeah.
I know, no kidding.
No two metaphors will be harmed in the making of this show.
We didn't get to go to the Blade Runner experience at Comic-Con.
Oh my God. The line for that was insane.
It was as bad as trying to wait.
It was just
out in the sun, too.
It was just some big VR experience that took place in a tent. That's all it was.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
There are a couple of videos if you go to our show notes. One is called 2036 Nexus Dawn. It's a nice short. The director's friend made both of these. I can't remember his name. But 2048 Nowhere to Run is also good. These, I would like to see more of these.
There's actually going to be one more before the movie comes out.
That's right. They said 3.
Yeah, there's 3 of these, and they kind of fill in the gap a little bit.
A little bit of prequels.
Some events. Yeah, some events between the previous movie and the current one.
I think I've seen Nexus Dawn already.
With the guy standing there with his replicant.
Jared Leto was he's blind.
Yes, I've seen that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's been out for a while now.
Yep.
Yeah, and the newer one has Dave Bautista in it, and
I haven't seen that one yet.
Drax.
Yeah, Drax.
That's where he's in this one, and so they're gonna have another. Actually, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking on these names, but there's the director that did what's that Bo Peep? What's the anime?
I don't know.
Anime Bo Peep.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyway, there's gonna be an animated anime short film also.
Animated anime as opposed to a live action anime.
Yeah, live action anime. Ooh.
No, I meant an anime style. Remember the Animatrix?
Yeah.
You ever see the Animatrix?
Like Animatrix. Okay.
Did you see that?
Isn't that the woman with the leather and the whip? And
Bark, man, bark!
No, the Animatrix was a series of anime films that were supposed to kind of accentuate the story, but under the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was right after the Matrix, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to serve as prequels.
Yeah, sort of like prequels. Yeah, fill in the blanks a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be interested in seeing that too for something like Blade Runner. That whole mode and not mode, but mood that the movie kind of sets.
Yeah. I'd be willing to bet that after Blade Runner 2049's been out for a while, they will market yet one more comprehensive box set because you can't have enough copies of the original Blade Runner.
Yeah, well. Hey, we have several copies of Robots of Death and several copies of Hero.
Cowboy Bo Peep. That's what I was trying to think of.
Cowboy Bo Peep.
Sounds like another one of Craig's guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen it, but I just know
that. But he knows the title.
But you know everything about it.
I just know that that's it's an animated film, and anyway,
they know a lot about something he hasn't watched.
Is that where you snuck off at Dragon Con? I went to the panel.
No,
not so much. Let's talk about the Orville.
The Orville.
Oh, Orville, not the popcorn guy, not the guy with the airplane.
That's kind of where my mind goes, is the popcorn dude, Orville Redenbacher.
We should have brought some popcorn just to have it in the studio for this.
Yeah. So has everybody seen the first episode?
Jack back there.
Well, I was just thinking, if maybe there's a sister ship called the Redenbacher.
Yeah. or the Wilbur.
Or the Wilbur.
The Wilbur, yeah. Hey, you never know.
All right, initial thoughts.
Gives a whole new meaning to the right stuff.
Yeah.
Initial thoughts about the show?
I liked it.
It was interesting.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as everybody said it was going to be.
I thought it was going to be more sitcom-y, stupid jokes. I mean,
there were a few, but
there were some points where I actually loved it just for the pure charm of it.
Yeah.
When they said we got to get across the atrium, and you follow security commander, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, now, which one was that? I'm having problems remembering names. I'm like, it adds a sense of realism to the show. Like, there were certain points where that's exactly what I would have done or said, or Mystery Science Theater Star Trek at this point. Because everything in life is not that perfect. Now, they did get into the ex-wife and marriage thing a little bit too much.
That was a bit heavy-handed, but I'm hoping that
paid off. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that now that's the way they resolved that.
Yeah.
especially when we learned that she requested the posting on the ship.
Maybe not. That could come. That's going to come back and blow up in somebody's face.
They're going to obviously
Much like
address
the
the
blue
fact
guy.
that they were married, but I'd like to think that the whole bitterness issue is kind of dead and gone now because
Until
that
he
was too
finds
much.
out that she got him the job.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was kind of with you guys. I watched it twice because I was like, okay, I wanted to make sure I was catching everything. So yeah, I like that it has like almost like a older Star Trek-y feel a little bit, and mixed with Galaxy Quest to a degree. I like the aesthetic of it. I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm hoping it's going to be pretty good, especially after a few episodes. The first episode of all of them they're introducing everybody, and there's very little story because they're trying to, you're trying to meet everybody, and they're trying to set the stage, so to speak. So I'm hoping after the next several episodes, they'll start hitting a stride.
Yeah.
And I like things, by the way. Victor Garber is Admiral Halsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's good.
yeah.
I like that also. I think he did a good job with that. The other one that I was just looking up because I don't remember the actors and characters' names, so let's go to IMDb real quick.
I live on IMDb.
I know. It's the only way I can sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, there's rumor
while
you're
you're
going to see
looking that
Star
up.
Trek related people in the show pop in and out.
Yeah. We had a work thing, and they did several things from movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I looked it up on IMDb, and they had the wrong answer, and another team won. Had they not had, they looked up a different answer, and had they not gotten that answer and we had the correct answer, we would have won.
Oh.
And I said, I live on IMDb. I know what we're talking about here, and that is the truth.
So does, I hope I say her name right, Adrienne Palicki.
Okay,
Adrienne
she's the
Palicki,
ex-wife.
yes.
She's the ex-wife, Kelly Grayson. Does she or does she not resemble Jerry Ryan?
A little bit.
I kept seeing
little.
Jerry Ryan smile whenever she
Yeah.
would give that grin.
A little
I
bit.
was just watching.
But when I
Agents
see
of
her,
S.H.I.E.L.D., so-
yeah.
I was just watching Voyager. No.
'Cause every time I see
Really?
Adrienne Palicki, I'm thinking of Mockingbird from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Oh.
'Cause that's who she played.
Okay.
She was Bobby.
Okay.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay. I knew she was very familiar. I just couldn't put two and two together on that one.
Right.
And I'm usually
Which
pretty
I
good at
actually-
that going, hey, that's the lady who played that thing on the other thing.
Yeah,
Actually-
exactly.
actually,
And you
I
know what
liked
you're
her
talking
on
about,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
but the other person says, what?
Donna can attest to that.
I actually really liked her on S.H.I.E.L.D.
I loved her on
Yeah.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, she was
But I
great.
think
Her and Hunter-
I think she's got good chemistry
Yeah.
with Seth.
Yeah.
So
Her
and
her
she
and Hunter
Oh,
on
yeah.
her and Hunter on S.H.I.E.L.D. at first, I was like, I don't know how I feel about these two people, but on S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah, I think they ended up working, and I hated that they left the show.
well, Hunter's coming back, but that's beside the
I think
point.
I'm about 2 seasons now behind
Yeah,
on
we're
S.H.I.E.L.D.
behind.
So are we. We're a whole year behind.
I'm at least 1, if not 2.
You know what? I'm behind also, but everybody kept saying, "Well, that was great. That was awesome. This is the best."
Yeah,
season
that's
ever."
what everybody told us, too. We just
I
haven't
said, well,
gotten
I
around
need
to
to
it.
catch up now. Yeah, I need to
It's
get on
because it
there.
started out as such a dog of a show. The bar was pretty low, and they go, "Oh, that's the best season ever." Well, that makes it a mediocre show. Oh, this is the best season ever. Okay, we're up to meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Give it another 10 years. It might be good.
So it's like fine wine.
Normally, executives will kill a show for that.
Exactly.
No, instead they kill Agent Carter. I'm not bitter.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
All right, the final thing we have in our geek library is a video, slow-mo video, not very long video for considering it's slow. Deadly animals attacking super slow motion. It's
dear.
got crocodiles. It's got chameleons snapping their tongue out at bugs and praying mantis. It's a lot of cool stuff. I like high-speed slow-mo stuff.
Did you see
I love high speed slow mo stuff.
Did you see the meme of the or the alligator in the grate, and it says "clown gone"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I did see the one of Roy from the IT crowd looking out from the sewer.
Have you tried turning
turning
it
it
off
on
again and then
Hey.
back on?
That's
By the way-
scary.
By the way, the one I posted an image of that on Technorama, on our Technorama Facebook page.
Yeah.
I actually made that one, and then I started seeing other people posting even other ones.
You
I'm
were
like,
the progenitor of that meme?
yeah. Well, somebody else put, the IT or it crowd You know, like and
okay.
See, I didn't do that. I just had them in the grate, and I figured somebody would get it, but oh well.
Oh, so you're saying Stephen King's book should have really been called IT?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's
It's
scarier
pretty
than
scary.
any clown.
Exactly.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I made that one on our Facebook page. Yes.
All right, our question of the week this week is: what is the greatest animated show ever?
Ren and Stimpy.
Star Trek TOS. I mean TAS.
Yeah, that's right.
T something.
South Park.
Actually, I don't know about ever, but I've got a good one.
Yes.
I think Batman the Animated Series was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Now, are you considering CG animated, or are you talking about traditional animation?
The traditional one is amazing.
I would say
I'm going to have to go classic. I'm still a
somebody-
Bugs Bunny fan.
Yeah.
Oh, Looney Tunes. Yeah. I got to give you that.
I have a soft spot in my heart for Chuck Jones and Mel Blanc, that whole crew from the Termite Terrace.
You know what?
Yeah.
Warner Brothers had it in spades back then. I think.
But if we're talking 1940s, 1950s, that's when it was really amazing. When they went to the 60s and 70s, it really lost its way.
It did.
But the 40s and 50s Looney Tunes, you can't touch it. It's fabulous.
Well, Tom and Jerry is pretty good.
That was early 60s, though.
No, I'm talking about the old Tom and Jerry. Because back then the animation was so much fluid, even in like for Warner Brothers that we're talking about, and some of the old Tom and Jerry, the animation's so fluid. It's like, how can you beat that with any computer generated thing?
Yeah, but that wasn't enough to make it great for me because I didn't like the stories.
Yeah, this week is Chuck Jones' birthday.
It is.
Yeah.
You must have just done your show.
We did. We did this morning.
It wasn't. It's not on Wednesday because that's the day I hit.
I know. We have every day, so we do the whole week.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for showing up.
Oh, a
having
pleasure.
fun.
Just want to throw one thing out that I noticed on.
I'll throw the whole show out. What do you want to throw
on
out?
Facebook this morning? I noticed that, and we'd talked about this between ourselves, that Apple TV or the Met Opera should put their streaming service on the Apple TV, and he called and said, no, we're not doing that. And then this morning it was posted, and
I contacted them over a year ago.
Yeah.
And they said that they had no intentions of marketing their Met Opera channel for the Apple TV, and lo and behold, there it is today.
Yeah,
I know that
on the internet.
As soon as they hung up the phone from you, they went, we got to do this.
Yeah, on the internet, you can purchase an opera for $4.99 pay-per-view, but the service has virtually their entire library. I noticed a couple of operas, HD operas, Satyagraha, and a couple of others that are current that were not on the service, but it's $14.99 a month or it's $149 a year. And you have access to the entire library, and they're going to add more and more and more.
Are they doing any live streaming?
I don't think they're doing any live streaming.
Because I know that they do some of
HD.
that. They do some of that. My dad called up Northern Michigan University, which is his alma mater. My wife's in my alma mater. That's where Lisa's going right now. And they do that, but there is a cost associated with it. So if you can't attend, you could go to, say, the Forrest Roberts Theater and see it in a theater on the big screen.
Yeah, well, they do the live in HD here.
Yeah,
at several of the theaters here.
That's all
same kind of thing.
all part of the deal. Yeah. Now, whether you could actually do that on the streaming service,
and they might offer that
different.
for an extra cost per view, but they've got everything that they've done recently. Like I said, other than they didn't have Satyagraha, which I was really looking for, which is a Philip Glass piece, but everything else, all of the other HD things, there was a couple of others that they don't have up there, and it's probably licensing things. But every other HD production that they've done in the last 5 or 6 years is in there,
pretty much there,
as well as all the PBS stuff that they released years and years ago, and some of the historic broadcasts that they've done, just audio broadcasts. Anyway, so kind of a neat thing.
Yeah. Good
for opera files.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, don't apologize. It's why we hang out. Craig,
Right.
You got any closing comments?
That'd be a no.
You sound like Popeye on our video.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we went around and talked to a bunch of cosplayers at DragonCon and asked them ridiculous questions. And when I asked the Popeye cosplayer, what do you see in olive oil? Anyway, and then he gave an answer, but I cut it off because it was just this hanging indecision was better than the answer.
It was more like he wasn't really, or he was, or you should know what he's interested in. I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that, but yeah.
All right, we are going to say adieu for one more week.
Yet and yet and yet.
We will be back. You want to get in touch with us? You know how. 707-530-2428 is the number on the listener line. We haven't heard from a lot of you in a long, long time, and we would very much like to. Technorama at chuckchat.com. Your library card is about to expire.
Yes.
Your geek card is about to get detrimented on points.
I'm glad to see you had Joe Hogan.
Detrimented?
Joe Hogan will be at, PIY, October 28th. Thank you for one last plug for that. We have lots of great people coming to share lots of wonderful information. I can't say thank you enough to the people who have stepped up. And hey, $20.
Yeah, hey,
that's
you can't beat that.
Nothing. And T and I will be there, and you guys will be there.
Yeah, they'll be there.
Craig, you're going to be alone by yourself.
You have to come out for it.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Tell them where you can find your show.
At tggeeks.com.
Yay! Here's the ding. Whoops, that's not the ding.
Ow! That
Ow!
hurt.
There's the ding.
Cut off my arm!
All right, let's wrap it up.
Dear old dad. Give me a binary high five, Craig.
A reservoir.
All right, 101.
Our reservoir.
Isn't that how you say goodbye in French?
And in German, our feet are the same.
I didn't know that one. I gotta remember that.
Or is
one
it
now.
our feet are stained? I can't remember which one it was. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with this craziness. Let's say goodbye to the stream people.
Bye, stream
We're
people.
still streaming, right? All right. Thank you, Facebook people, for watching. We will see you again next week. Take care. Peace out.